You're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host, Indranil Basu. Today we have Delhi Capitals versus SRH. The match being played in, few kilometers away from my home actually. So where I'm sitting in Delhi, I'm little outside Delhi. Of course, as you can make out, I'm wearing a different color. It's becoming quite quite clear that if you're a fan of a particular side, there's no harm in it. You could be sitting in Delhi, you could be supporting Hyderabad because essentially uh, the core value of a fan is to ensure that he follows good cricket. He follows the best cricket. He follows cricketers who are looking like a team. Cricketers, a team which is sending us good signal, good vibes, and that's what SRH is doing. So tonight I'll be SRH, not a Delhi team. As it is, I'm closer to Lucknow because I'm in there, the catchment area, as they say. But there is huge confusion. That's what they say in Hindi. Na ghar ka, na ghat ka, na Delhi ka, na Lucknow ka. But we have one man from joining us from Lucknow, Mr. Abhijit Sarkar. We have, if I can have him on the screen, of course, Abhinav Chaturvedi, Ashwin Krishnan, Shakya Mitra, and many more probably. अभिजीत सर बताइए, नमस्कार, क्या चल रहा है?
नमस्कार
नमस्कार। दिल्ली और एसआरएच किसका होगा पल्ला भारी?
You have rightly proven yourself the ghar ka na ghat ka because you keep on changing your loyalties. But first of all, I must welcome the evergreen Abhinav Chaturvedi. He's he's also the always ever young, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, never gets old.
Like me also.
Thank you, Dada.
No, not at all.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, एक मिनट सर एक ऑरेंज कैप होती है ना
जी सर,
इनको ऑरेंज हैट दे दी है आईपीएल वालों ने इंद्रनील बासु को.
That's a cap. This is a hat. Make no mistake. This is a hat.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a hat.
It's a bucket hat.
IPL has got a special window for him. They've presented him with a IPL hat, orange hat.
Anyway, he being a journalist, he needs to be careful because it's election time. Anyway, so anyway, look, SRH is on a roll, and they are the most destructive batting side. The way they are batting, from Klassen to Markram to Abhishek Sharma and all the batsmen, specifically I'm saying. But the flip side is the way the bowling side, in spite of batting so well against MI and RCB, the way they should have crushed the opponents, but they took it further because of the weak bowling attack. And the most important part, that Delhi is on resurgence. The way they are coming back, the batting is settling down, the middle order is settling down, and the batsman Fraser batting. But the most important thing which I would like to observe today is the way how this SRH bowling attack faces Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel. Because SRH has no spin attack. I'm not saying non-existent. They have a spin attack, but as far as the standard is concerned, there is no comparison between Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel. So, no doubt about it, Delhi has a very, very good spin attack. They also have their own problems as far as the bowling is concerned, the death overs. So, but the most interesting batting and bowling tussle will be between Kuldeep, Akshar, and the top batting of SRH.
All right, Avinav bhai, what are you reading into? Don't read too much into anything in life, please.
Sorry, come again.
What are you reading right now? Don't read too much into it. This is only
I'm having fun. I'm having fun because this gentleman here is, he's so critical about the IPL, says impactful in IPL, irrelevant for India. Can you imagine this gentleman saying that India's T20 teams lack all-rounders, impact players, bury changes of unearthing one entertainment gets priority? Of course, it has to be given priority. I mean,
But
this
that's a
is
reality. We are really facing Rohit Sharma other day also. Impact rule is not going to continue, it looks like, because it's hurting all rounders. We need all rounders in the game. Whenever we've done well in world cricket, it's because of the all rounders. This is a team
yes,
Indranil,
sport.
because
okay,
yes,
okay, go ahead, go
Abhijit.
ahead. I will.
No, no, no,
But
no,
I
no.
would.
I would like to take your.
That there are both sides. If there is a or good all rounder, he is bound to bowl. There can be two all rounders. If you have one all rounder, two all rounder, they are bound to bowl. If there are no good all rounders, they will not bowl. Like the way
All right,
Hardik
all
Pandya
right.
is bowling because it's good. Because it's not necessary. Look, early on also there were not. If when this impact player were not there, there was not mushroom growth of all rounders coming up in Indian cricket. So if there are good all-rounders coming from the domestic circuit, they are bound to bowl. So they're
Let,
both sides. So it's not that just because look what the problem is that we believe in hero worship. If the idol player idealistic player makes a statement, we start following. I am not saying I'm not against whatever Rohit has said,
Uh,
but it is not necessary that because of impact player we are losing out of all rounders. All rounders has to come from the domestic circuit. They have not come up.
please go ahead, Abhinav sir.
something very interesting. It's a little anecdotal today. That India was playing in Pakistan, and Irfan Pathan was sent as the night watchman, and no, he was promoted up. And pehle match mein he scored a 91, if I'm not mistaken. And the problem with Pakistan was that they thought that if the 11 or 10 number batsman has got a 91,
Hmm.
what is going to be the kind of a batting depth which India is going to have?
Okay.
You remember that?
So
You
we,
remember
we
that innings?
yeah. I
Yes,
remember
yes, yes.
Pakistan I mean, Irfan playing loads of knocks like that. He still bats a lot. Ashwin Bhai, your thoughts on impact rule? Is it really hurting the all rounders as much as we are thinking it is? It is not, or it is, whatever.
Well,
Is your thought?
it's a double-edged sword, but what I very ironic this topic should come up because only yesterday I got to know that our current Indian captain also believes that the impact rule is affecting all-rounders.
Yes.
He believes it, but I agree. I said it's a double-edged sword. Like I agree completely with what Vijay Das said. Before the impact rule came, there weren't 500 all-rounders standing in line. If
Yeah.
someone is good enough, now it's very simple. You will only use the impact substitute if you feel your current guy is unable to deliver. You're using the best man for the show. If there's an Ian Botham in the side, or a Kapil Dev in the side, or an Imran Khan in the side, you will not look to the other guy because they do both well. So
All right.
essentially, there's something lacking. You feel somewhere. That's why you call the other guy.
All right. Sakya, you're going for the match tonight. So, how do you see? The stakes are really high, and Delhi wants to climb high. SRH is already climbing high. I mean, they are looking unbeatable. What a sight to beat! They have become a sight to beat, in fact, all because of Andre Klassen, the way he's batting. How do you see both the teams sort of facing each other?
In the rain, first and foremost, I'm very excited about going for the match today. It's the first time in 6 years I'm going to be watching an IPL game. In fact,
Wow.
the last IPL match was also a Delhi versus SRH game that I saw in 2018 when Rishabh Pant made 128, which came in a losing cause. But there's been a break in the IPL. For 3 years, the IPL was not held in. For 2 years, it was held in Dubai. 1 year, it was held in Delhi. 1 year, the matches were not held in Delhi. Matches were happening in Maharashtra. And 2019 had not gone, 2021. So I'm going after 6 years, and I'm very excited about being in the stadium today. It's always a great experience. But as for today's game, it looks to be a very close contest. Delhi's had to kind of remold their strategy a bit because they're not putting their overseas batters. Their overseas players are all usually in the batting now, and the bowling attack is almost entirely Indian. So that is something which is there, and of course it's going to be a challenge for the Delhi bowlers: Ishant Sharma, Khalil Ahmed, Mukesh Kumar. when they come up against the SRH batters, especially the ones who are playing so fearlessly like Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, and then the others who are following. So it is a devastating batting attack. But to come back to the impact player rule, Indranil, and this conversation was going on. Um, Actually, what I've noticed in this particular IPL is that the impact player rule is being used for a lot of injured players. So, like Joss Butler, he won't have been on the pitch if it was not for his, if it was not for the impact player rule. He was unwell and he was struggling to run between the wickets in that game against Kolkata. Rinku Singh has been playing as an impact player because he's carrying a bit of an injury and he can't field. This is being told by the assistant coach of the Kolkata side. Travis Head has played this entire tournament as an impact player. When we all know Travis Head is a very good bowling option and a very good fielder. So we are seeing, I don't know if it's right or wrong, because if not for the impact player rule, some of these big Ajinkya Rahane has been playing as an impact player as well. That some of these well-known players, they won't be playing if there was not for the impact player rule. So this is also something we need to look that needs to be looked into.
All right. Even I am still nurturing the dream to play IPL because that impact player rule. I can play as an impact player. Abhijit said, I agree to this statement of mine.
You will be the old Tambe. So he has become, he's the coach. He's the coach presently. He's sitting in the dugout of LSG. So maybe he will give tough competition. The Tambe will say, why not me? If this guy can come and play, why not me?
It's never about the bowler. It's always about the ball. Remember that, sir. Please. Anyone can deliver a gem.
It depends. It depends upon the sustainability factor. And that's the
Of course, you're consistent. Of course. But coming back to on a serious and non-serious mode, I want to know how. I mean, tickets have become expensive, exorbitant rates, Abhijit sir. And do you think facilities for the audience has improved? You go to Ekana every night. Last time also you were there.
I think what I would like to appreciate, look, that is most important factor which has improved is which we have known that which has happened, which we keep on hearing during the PSL that nobody came to the Karachi Stadium for the matches. Why? Because of the traffic problem. When the traffic problem is managed properly, people will come. And this time, I'm seeing since the India-England match in the World Cup, it is very smooth around Ekana. Of course, the facilities are good. It's a good stadium. But if the traffic congestion is managed properly, it's good and comfortable for the people to come and watch the matches. And which I don't know about Delhi, it has improved or not, but Lucknow, it has definitely improved.
All right, because we pay money. I mean, pay money and it's very expensive. I mean, one ticket probably will cost you nothing less than 4,000, a normal ticket. And if you're taking a family, so it's like a holiday package.
It's a party actually. Look, it's what is happening is now not only the broadcasters, not only besides concentrating on the cricketers, they are also concentrating on the crowd. So if the best dressed person or the best dancer, the most visual person, the best supporter, the best Dhoni fan, and all sorts of categories has been created. So naturally, the involvement of the crowd has been also been part of that IPL system. Whatever besides now rather you will find surprise. I think you must have observed. People are not concentrating on the cheerleaders anymore. They are more concentrating on the crowd. Who is the beautiful face in the crowd? Who is the best supporter in the crowd? Who is well dressed in the crowd? What is the color they have used in the face? So these are more being concentrated. People like
cheerleaders.
Earlier that used to be an attraction. That used to be an. I don't think it is a requirement anymore. I feel strongly.
It was never required in the first place.
Because now the crowd
culture in the West. They have it in Lalit Modi saw that happening in rugby, football matches in the US. But Abhinav, by your thoughts on this cheerleader point, which Abhijit sir raised just now.
I always feel that I mentioned day before yesterday about that book Men in the Game by Tony Gray. You see,
Ah,
ultimately it's the spectators for whom you're playing for. And they are the people on the ground. So we've seen the IPL without these spectators. They give a lot of blood and pump to the players.
yeah,
जैसे कि, how when a bowler starts to running, I remember again India Pakistan series, Delhi crowd going, oh, ah. So
yeah,
that kind of hysteria always pumps you at the Eden Gardens, Calcutta. We've seen it so many times that the other opponent gets totally bedazzled by the entire crowd play. And I think it's very, very nice of the BCCI to have acknowledged the fact that we have to have acknowledged the players who are the players off the field. I mean, I'm talking about the cheerleaders. I'm talking about the best face, the best dress, and these kind of things. Also, when you get rewarded for something which you are not here for. You're here to watch the match. But then if you go back home with an award with the most best dressed, the most vibrant person on the field, and I think we've seen so many new faces on the field, off the field, cheering for our players who are playing inside. So the crowd involvement and apart from their involvement, they get recognized for this fact. In fact, um, I am looking forward to go for a game outside, and there should be another trophy for the best surprise element on the off the field
all right,
because it's finally
all
the
right,
spectators whom you're playing for,
yeah,
and also on the ground the atmosphere is charged. The players get an incentive to go back and play for them, and it's always raining sixes with the aerial shots coming into play. And I think it is very, very important. In fact, we talk about the all rounders. I'd like to quickly add up that it'll be nice for the Indian team to have 11 all rounders.
why not? Why not? So,
That is the bench strength we have, thanks to NKP Salve again. The India A, Challenger A, B, it puts a bank. It radiates a competition within competition.
all right, all right. Ashwin
Correct me
Bhai,
if I'm wrong.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Ashwin Bhai, tonight, which team are you supporting, Delhi or Hyderabad?
Let's hear from Imran Khan.
I'm
Okay,
neutral. I'm neutral. I'm neutral to
Let,
both teams. So I'll
yeah,
tell
you
you one
can't
thing.
get me wrong.
I'll tell you
Come
one
on.
thing though about Hyderabad. I'll tell you one thing about Hyderabad is if you notice Hyderabad in the top. See Delhi. If you look at the orange cap, they have only one player in the top 20, and that is Rishabh Pant at number 19. Hyderabad have only three players in the top 20. In the top 10, they have only one player. After being the team that put up two massive scores, right?
Yeah,
Record
yeah,
scores, 277, they still have only one player in the top 10. That goes to show it's a team effort. That goes to show everybody has contributed. It's not one guy they're relying on alone, right? That makes them more dangerous. They are a more dangerous side today, and they definitely have an edge. I'm not supporting one or the other, but if you ask me who has an edge, it's definitely Hyderabad. As a batting unit, they're clicking as a unit, not as an individual, not one or two players. The statistic itself proves that.
true, true. I mean, I'm
I
just,
have a I have a question for our veteran here, the youngest Abhijit Sarkar. Dada, you have seen the IPL over a period of time. How
yeah.
do you feel? How do you find that the 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 the, the magnanimity of the competition has come of age?
Look, the biggest factor, what more than the way the frenzy which you are seeing about Dhoni and Virat Kohli, and since the time, look, Dhoni is playing right from the beginning of the IPL, and still that he is creating his own. There was CSK all over the place. If you ask what more, if when people say today about announce what the most influential person in the earth, I think we can announce which I always say, the IPL god, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the most influential sports person in the world today, because the way this frenzy, the people that 95% over 95% decibel when he enters the crowd, and then he proves his point, for which a young cricketer would have played. So this is all the creation of IPL. But still, if the IPL is motivating a 42, 43-year-old man, he's keeping wickets, behind wickets, and coming and hitting 28 runs in 8 balls. This is
Last night
nobody
was a
can,
fury. I mean, last night was brilliant.
and he's repeating. He's repetitive. He's doing it in Bombay, then again coming back and again doing the net practice, and again scoring 28 and 8 balls. This can be
team
possible
hai.
only.
That's his own team. खेल रहा है, freedom के साथ खेल रहा है. Where's the
Look,
harm?
look,
No
look.
one can stop him. I wish
He's
Sehwag could have a
he-
team like that, or Yuvraj Singh could have a team like that.
No. He's slotting himself in the category of your wine. More older, the better. Like Abhinav Chaturvedi, he's making older and becoming better. So,
Absolutely.
if that is nobody that can take away the credit because of this IPL only. This star, Modi is. I'm not Modi. I'm talking about Dhoni. Dhoni's strategy is created. No, I'm saying, but automatically his name came that it is in that country.
He's voting for BJP, I think. Abhijit sir is voting for Mr.
I don't
Modi.
think.
Yes.
I don't think so. He's neutral.
No, he said it's there inside your
It
mind.
automatically came, that frenzy, which you saw. And I don't know about this frenzy about this year. I've not been part of any campaign. But in 2019, 2014, there was a frenzy.
Yeah.
But this is Abdul Bhai. This is all because of IPL. Virat Kohli, Dhoni, and Ashutosh Sharma, Shashank Singh, all these youngsters still coming up, getting motivated.
And then we have a team which will never win a T20 World Cup. We have so much talent and we don't win. Wonderful. Wow. Yes.
That is a different topic that I can speak for hours.
That's part all connected. All connected.
Yeah.
Sankhya, last night, last show we did, I said about Virat, I beg your pardon, Dhoni versus KL. But last night, KL was brilliant. क्या खा के आया था KL? पता नहीं. But he was.
I don't know. The strike rate conversation, I don't know who has drilled, because his power play batting. Look at the last 2-3 games he's played, and his strike rate of the power play. It's just, he's like playing completely differently now. And yesterday I think Lucknow played a very good all-round game altogether, and there was a chance that was offered of Quinton de Kock, which is not taken, but very comprehensive victory by Lucknow. I did mention yesterday on your show that you can't write Lucknow off. They are a solid side, but I think one player in the Lucknow side I want to bring up, and because he's also played for Mumbai Indians before, is Krunal Pandya, elder brother of Hardik Pandya, but maybe not the same kind of profile as his brother. But Krunal Pandya, he is what I really like, and from the outside I can see about Krunal Pandya is that he's a real team man. He's the kind of player every captain would want in his side, because he comes and bowls in the power play. He's someone who can he's not doing it right now in Lucknow. Like, he's batting down the order in Lucknow, but when he used to play for Mumbai Indians, because he is a left-hander, he's someone who could come and go and attack the left arm spin, attack the leg spin. So he's a lot. There's a lot. He's a very determined cricketer, and it's any team would want him. Mumbai Indians could only retain 4 players, so they could not keep him last time, and he was a bit upset about that. But Krunal Pandya, he always time and again proves why he's such a valuable player, and it's just unfortunate that he's played in an era which has Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel, and he could not play more internationally. He didn't really play that well. He didn't have that great an international career as well. But in the IPL, he's done quite well, and he's always stood up in important moments. If you remember the 2017 IPL final, he was man of the match. He bowled a very economical spell also. He bowled in the power play in that match as well. So Krunal Pandya is a wonderful cricketer, and again stands up. And
all right. Ashwin bhai, Abhijit sir made a point about Dhoni carrying his legacy and this and that. But last night, of course, he played well. But I mean, the bottom line is you still have to make your team win. Uh, I'm unable to understand Lucknow winning, losing. This, these two extremes. It's like moving like a pendulum, from one end to the other. I mean, this kind of form, you actually sort of make head or tail of what exactly is T20 momentum. You win matches, you get momentum, then you start losing, then again you win. I mean, vagaries of nature I've heard, but vagaries of this cricket thing I'm unable to comprehend. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so basically, if you look at yesterday's game, it was CSK's batting which let them down. I think the bowling showed up well enough because they took the game so deep. So it's the batting that let them down. Again, when it comes to strike rate, I'd like to make a point. Strike rate finally on the paper after a match reveals something, but scoring at the
Yeah.
right time is important. Tomorrow I could start batting. I could start batting at say a strike rate of 50, and then when the cause is completely lost, I start hitting and my strike rate becomes 200 in the end, but the team loses. It doesn't help. You have to score at the right time. So Chennai's batting let them down yesterday. I think that was the biggest problem. But that's okay. From their perspective, it's okay to have one bad day batting because they're very well positioned right now, so they can come back late. But must give credit to Lucknow the way they held their nerves. We see the last two games. The Punjab game also went deep. Lucknow game also went deep. So teams are. I think there is also a fatigue factor. This is that stage of the IPL where there's a fatigue factor, mental fatigue, traveling, and all that, and then it'll pick up again. So this stage you will see these kind of ups and downs. The pendulum effect is only also because of the fatigue factor. Abhijit sir and Shakya, do you agree? And sorry, uh, sir,
Abhinav,
आपको कहते हैं बीच में.
So what does Imran Khan have to feel about this?
Imran Khan is in jail. He's in jail.
So even from jail, how would he sound?
Like I said last time, कुछ शहर दो लोग भी जालिम सन, कुछ सानू मरन दा शौक हुई सी. यही हो रहा है टीम के साथ.
क्या बात है,
Tanu
क्या बात
Mahanda Chowdhury.
Oh God! But Kapil Baji would be very happy the way things are going, right?
Point I've asked Abhijit da and our panelists, what is your take on this? Starting with Abhijit da, आपका क्या take है सर इसके बारे में, ये fatigue factor जो आता है?
Look, first of all, I would of course like to say, partly I will agree with Indranil. I really agree with him, although, but that being Dhoni being there and CSK getting into a fatigue factor is a little bit unbelievable, but it happened because it was a good toss to win by Rahul and the ball was
But
gripping.
one more thing before you continue, you remember how many times Dhoni blamed IPL after losing a T20 World Cup? You remember? Fatigue factor. Yeah, please go
Of
ahead.
course.
Yes.
Look, I'm just coming to that point because you raised that India team issue. I am more worried. What about whatever he said is that this fatigue factor doesn't carry forward to the World Cup. It's okay. We are worried about mid IPL. This fatigue. He's totally. I totally agree with Ashwin whatever he's saying. But there are players like when Dhoni is there, when the way he manages his team and way he motivates the players, the way that, like you must have seen, after Ravindra Jadeja took the catch, he personally went there. He understood from him how to take the catch. Then he tried to explain to him. Well, Dhoni is Dhoni. And if that is the factor, then it should not have happened in CSK. But if it is happening, then it can happen in any other team, whichever is playing in IPL. So that is the factor, but no doubt the ball was gripping. By the time Dhoni came, I am not undermining his innings. The pitch was easing out. Moeen Ali has already started hitting, and that was proven when the second inning the LSG team played. They very sensibly, in a very constructive manner, in a very methodical manner, they sail through because before in the break which was we are seeing as a very at par score, it was indefendable for them. So as Ashwin said, they bowled well, but they were in the because the pitch it was a bit gripping and the way they upgraded Samir Rizvi, I didn't agree. He's not a category of impact player. He has yet to play only one innings. He has played that also. He scored around 15 to 18 runs. They could have brought in some other player. Anyway,
All right. Abhinav bhai, your thoughts about the fatigue
Well, I
factor?
think I think it's very very heartening to see that a captain goes back to encourage his players time and again. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni has always done that. He's come from the front to recognize the fact that the captain's KRA is that he has to take work from his players and the boys, and he is so special that he goes and you know uh, talks to them. He goes and uh, डांट भी पड़ते हैं और उसको इधर क्या देख रहा है इधर जा वहां तेरी कोई गर्लफ्रेंड तो नहीं खड़ी है तो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच आर कमिंग इन अब पीछे से विकेट को उनको सबसे अच्छा दिखाई देता है any wicket keeper who's there he is seeing the ball always and he is putting his mind 360 degrees and I salute Mahendra Singh Dhoni because you see he's a person who I that day I spoke about him that इनकी पीठ में कोई स्प्रिंग लगा है पता नहीं क्या खाते हैं क्या करते हैं और अभी भी at the age of 42 this man is as Abhijita rightly said that he is he is the world's most fittest sports person and he doesn't keep a mobile. It's very difficult. So because he is so much in the zone, and he would run to a person who's taken a brilliant catch, and he would motivate everybody from behind the stump. I think this man, is really uh, the Kohinoor of Indian cricket.
All right. Kohinoor of Indian cricket. Shakya, the
Yeah.
fatigue factor which Ashwin bhai asked.
Yeah, we have seen in past IPLs that teams have started played very well in the first 7 games. They have had records of like 5 wins and 2 losses, kind of a thing, and have then struggled to get into the playoffs after that. Sometimes even failed to get into the playoffs after that. This has happened in the past, and it's how you play in the back at the back seven, which is as important as you play in the front seven. Actually, the back seven is more important than the front seven. So you need to have a depth in your side. Your Indian players you need to have very good Indian players actually. The depth of your Indian players is good, has to be good. Then also you will have to understand that nowadays with data analysts, with computers and all, people are spotting weaknesses. They figure things out as the tournament moves on. So weaknesses of your players get found out. So there's a fatigue factor, but then the best teams learn how to cope with it. A
All
Chennai
right.
Super Kings, a Mumbai Indians will cope with it. In three, if I might complete again about Dhoni that you are talking about, this is probably a farewell tour for this is probably his farewell tour, as you can say. We don't know if he's going to be there next year or not, but this is something crazy. This is unbelievable what I'm seeing yesterday in the crowds, because Chennai flags inside Lucknow, the Chennai supporters inside Lucknow, and it's happening in every stadium. I don't know. I don't think in any sports person I have seen this for any sports person, and it's unbelievable. I mean, you look at other sports. You look at Roger Federer. Roger Federer did not get anything like this in his last year in tennis, or I don't know what happens with Messi or Ronaldo when they retire. Diego Maradona, his career didn't end the way he would have wanted to. Even Pele, he retired kind of at a very young age. So it's unbelievable. You're blessed to be getting something like this. So Mahendra Singh Dhoni, this kind of farewell reception that he's getting in every stadium he's going to, except for Chennai and Ahmedabad. Every away match he'll be playing is the last time that any venue will likely to be seeing him. So unbelievable what we're seeing in the crowds, the support we're seeing for Dhoni in the crowds.
Yes, Abhijit sir.
Indranil, I'll just add one line. The word came farewell, but he's faring so well in every match. I don't think the farewell will come so easily that the IPL will
No,
let
I
him
always
have the
said absolutely.
farewell.
Dhoni
He's
is
faring well
not
in
the
every
man.
match.
Dhoni is not the man of his word. He said he'll retire last year. Probably his
But
last. He said one
let
more
me
year.
complete because he's faring so well, and it is so good for IPL. The IPL and BCCI will not let him have the farewell because
Yeah,
he's
true.
faring well in every match. So
Yeah.
that and the crowd frenzy. I told you that he is. I again repeat. Today he is the most. He can be called the most powerful sports person on the in the earth today. He can be. He
Virat
can
Kohli
claim
will
to
be
be.
offended hearing this.
Uh, the-
Whatever, but
uh,
I mean, Ashwin
yeah.
bhai, your thoughts? Yeah, your thoughts on this? Dhoni capturing the imagination of the Indian fans the way Abhijit sir is describing. Next level.
I'll tell you what Dhoni did to me. I don't know about the Indian fans. I was sitting and
All
having a
right.
beer at the cafe. Then the first game where he hit three sixes of Hardik Pandya, I'd already asked for the bill. I sat down. I had paid the bill, and Dhoni hit his first six. He hit the second six. He hit the third six, and I sat for another beer. That's what Dhoni did to me. So Dhoni has a capturing this thing. So he is an enigma. I met Suresh Raina yesterday. I was sitting with him, and I told him I have never seen someone who's 42, 43 at this age. His aura, his performance, his belief, and he's not played international cricket for 1 year. It's not a
Yeah.
joke to get up and come. I mean, someone who's playing also cannot do this. So Dhoni is
Exactly.
unique. His thought process is unique, and the stumpings that he does, his thought process, flicking the ball, which Rishabh Pant is doing today, was taught by Dhoni. So Dhoni is a unique cricketer. I think in India, among all the legends in India, Dhoni stands at number one at any cost in an all-round ability.
Okay. Abhinav bhai, your closing comments before we just hop onto the team, our top picks 11 for the match tonight. You have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
I said my birthday falls on 16th of January. I have just turned 60. I don't
Oh
look
my
my
God.
age.
Not
And
bad.
Wow.
Mahendra
Why?
number seven numerologically. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni's birthday falls on 7th of July. Number seven again. And हम लोग started 40 years on 7th of July 84.
My God.
So it is so interesting that the jersey number seven should retire. That jersey should not be given to anyone else.
So true. So
हम
true.
लोग is for सब लोग. So you what? That is
So
and Abhinav Chaturvedi is for सब लोग.
thank you, Abhijita. Thank you. Yes, we are for Sublog because you see this is very
And Dhoni
interesting.
is also for सब लोग.
So true. And for the global world, I mean, I still
Yes,
am
yes.
too unqualified to be on that slot because he is so super fit at his age. And, he's a global player. I mean, a lot of people have globally learned so much from him that, they admire him, they love him for wherever he goes. And I think when you last year also we saw that wherever he entered, it was the yellow sea, which was yellow army, which was coming into his assistance. And so even in yesterday's game, if you saw a full packed crowd, more of yellow than any other thing. So
All
so
right.
so so, so definitely proving the story of fair cricket. Yellow, yellow, dirty fellow.
Well, we'll go
But
back straight to the top 11 picks of
what
today's
but
game.
what about to this orange cap fellow?
The
Oh, I
orange
mean,
hat.
it's all right.
Sir,
All
Yes,
right.
orange head.
Right. So
orange hat.
let's see the team. Let's see the team because we're running short of time. Every day we overshot our this thing. Yes, it's supposed to be a half an hour show, but there's so much to talk about. I wish it could be 1 hour. We can go on and on. So 20th April today, DC versus SRH at Firozshah Kotla, very old Firozshah Kotla. Uh, we have our top 11 picks. People who are playing fantasy, hopefully they're benefiting through our little effort we are putting from our side to put together a team that's going to players are going to do well. Of course, Prithvi Shaw is there with Travis Head, handling the ball so well, playing as an impact player. Abhishek Sharma tonight, I think he's going to be meeting Ashwin Bhai over dinner or something. Markram is there, Klassen, Pat Cummins, Shahbaz Ahmed is a very good kid. I know him for sure. One of the most improved cricketer from Bengal. Rishabh Pant as always, Khalil Ahmed bowling with pace and swing. Sai Hope is one of the best players in ODI cricket. T20 cricket is, of course, something he has to achieve. So that's why IPL is a good platform for him. Kuldeep Yadav is always the best spinner and doing so well. And he is someone who is indispensable in whichever team he plays for. That's our top 11 picks. Thanks, Abhijit sir. Thank you, Ashwin Bhai, Abhinav Bhai, Shakya for coming on the show and throwing light on a very important match is SRH versus Delhi. Thanks for watching and keep enjoying cricket calling. Thank you. Good day to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good day. Thank you.